In this third example, we're going to look at a word problem. It's on page 287 of your textbook. And it says, the underside of a concrete railway underpass forms a parabolic arch. The arch is 30 meters wide at the base and 10.8 meters high in the center. The upper surface of the underpass is 40 meters wide. The concrete is 2 meters thick at the center. Can a truck that is 5 meters wide and 7.5 meters tall get through this underpass? So first thing you need to do is draw a sketch of the diagram to help you identify what you need to do in order to solve this problem. So I kind of started this diagram over here. I drew this underpass. It's a little bit different than the one in your textbook. There we go. So this is the underpass, okay? And I put the origin here at the bottom center of the archway, okay? So I superimposed the x and y axis with the origin at the bottom center of the archway. It said that the archway, the base of the archway is 30 meters wide. That means that from here to the right side of the archway is going to be 15 meters, and from the center to the left side of the archway is another 15 meters for a total of 30. Okay. It also says that at the center the archway is 10.8 meters high, which I indicated over here. And then we need to see if this truck that's going to be passing through the underpass can fit. The truck is 5 meters wide, so that means one side of the truck will be at 2.5 meters and the other side will be at negative 2.5 meters for a total of a distance of 5 meters. The question is, okay, what is the point on the parabola over here? Because if this point is less than 7.5 meters, which is the height of the truck, then the truck will not be able to go through the underpass. If that point happens to have a y-coordinate that's greater than 7.5 meters, then the truck could easily pass through. So in order to find the coordinates of this particular point, we need to determine the equation of this parabola. We're going to determine the equation in factored form. That means we need to use zeros and we need one other point on the parabola. And if you look at this picture, we have the zeros. These are the zeros. This is where the parabola is intersecting the x-axis. The zeros in our case are negative 15 and positive 15. The point we also have, because we know what the y-intercept is. So when x is 0, y is 10.8. That's the highest point here. So we're going to sub those values into the factored form, which is y is equal to a times x minus r times x minus s. If negative 15 is r, positive 15 is s, 0 is x, and then 10.8 is y. We end up with 10.8 is equal to a times 0 minus negative 15 times 0 minus 15, giving us 10.8 being equal to a times 15 times negative 15. And 15 times negative 15 is negative 225. So the next line would read 10.8 times negative 225a, or 10.8 is equal to negative 225a. Now we divide both sides by negative 225. So this is going to be a fairly small number. Okay, but this is a real life scenario. You can't expect them to all be nice. So I'm just going to use my calculator here and divide, and I get an answer of a being negative 0.048. And so the final equation that's going to represent the parabola is going to be y is equal to negative 0.048 times x plus 15 times x minus 15. Okay, so this is the equation that represents this parabola. Now we need to find the coordinate, the y-coordinate of this point when x is equal to 2.5. So we're going to sub in 2.5 wherever we see X. So 2.5 plus 15 is 17.5. 2.5 minus 15 is negative 12.5. Now we'll multiply the three numbers together. So I'm just going to do that really quick. And I get 10.5. So this right here is the point with the coordinates 2.5, 10.5. So it's well over 7.5 meters, which is the height of the truck. So we can state that therefore the truck can easily pass through the underpass.